This session comes from Encounters with Colour 2026, and this one was led by Jen Allwood. Now, she didn't do her process and teach us bit by bit what to do during this session, which is why I feel I can share this one. She gave us a couple of Bible verses and she spoke to us about how she processes her time with God, rather than teaching us an actual Bible journaling session. So that is why I felt I could share this one. The verses she gave us were, "When you seek me with your whole heart, you will find me." Jeremiah 29:13. "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you." Ezekiel 36:26. So I've started with some Bible verses that I pre-prepared and printed out, and I'm ripping them up to get them to fit on the page. Once I've stuck them in, I'm going to add gesso to the page to merge the edges a little bit. So the Bible verses that I have on these pieces of paper are verses that I felt God led me to when I heard these two verses during Jen's session. So I spent a couple of days really meditating on this, and I basically Googled all the verses that had heart in, because for me this session was about our heart and God's heart. So I went through all of the verses that had heart mentioned in them, and I made a list of the ones that I felt God was speaking to me about. And this is what my list is, and I will share some of them through the lesson. Now I'm adding pink acrylic paint using a number of pre-mixed shades. I'm aiming for a loose, smoky, marbly effect, and will add white paint nearer the end. A joyful heart is good medicine. Proverbs 17:22. I, the Lord, search the heart and test the mind, to give every man according to his ways, according to the fruit of his deeds. Jeremiah 17:10. With my whole heart I seek you. Let me not wander from your commandments. Psalm 119:10. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. Jeremiah 29:13. Blessed are those who keep his testimonies, who seek him with their whole heart. Psalm 119:2. Guard your heart with all diligence, for from it flows spring and life. Proverbs 4:23. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. I have stored up your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Psalm 119:1. Now I'm drawing my heart. I'm doing this freehand from an image that I found with a heart in hands. God looks at the heart, not at the outward appearance. Samuel 16:7. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock, Redeemer. Psalm 19:14. For where your treasure is, your heart will be there also. Matthew 6:21. May he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. Psalm 20:4. I will praise you with an upright heart when I learn your righteous rules. Psalm 119:7. And the peace of God will surpass all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ. Philippians 4:7. I'm now using acrylic paints to paint my image. I do not want a very opaque finish, so I'm keeping my paints thin, using water and building up slowly, blending as I go. Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. John 14:1. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Psalm 73:26. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Psalm 51:10. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desire of your heart. Psalm 37:4. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Deuteronomy 6:5. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew 5:8. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will take away your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. Ezekiel 36:26. So the inspiration for my image was Ezekiel 36:26. I felt that God was saying, this is your heart in my hands. I am giving you a new heart. But also I felt that he was saying to me that my heart is in his hands all the time. He has my heart. He holds my heart dearly in his heart, carefully and gently in his heart. And that because he holds my heart, the love and his glory and everything that he has pours and fills my heart because it's sitting in his hands, which I thought was just beautiful and just lovely. Yeah, it was just a really lovely time to sit with God over this piece. Now I'm taking a black biro and I'm going to outline my entire image and draw in the veins of the heart. I'm going to do a little bit of shading here just with cross hatching as well, just to make it stand out a little bit and darken some of the areas. Now I'm using gold paint on my veins and my hands. I'm keeping the paint very thin on the hands because I want them to glow, but I want them to be quite translucent, showing the colour that's coming through underneath and the patterns that the pink has made. You might be wondering why I use pink for this piece. Basically because pink means God's grace. It means his grace and his goodness. And it's a very uplifting colour to use. And you can get quite a lot of really good shades within it. But I felt that as I was doing this piece, pink was the colour to go. Because God was talking to me about his grace. And along with that, the gold hands, they're gold, they're his glory. He is holding my heart with his glory, and his glory is flowing through my heart because of our relationship, because of the intimacy between us. Now I'm using a snowflake stencil with white paint and a small sponge. Now initially when I was meditating over this piece, it was white lace that I could see around the edges of the pages. But when it came to doing it, I was looking at my white lace stencils and this snowflake just kept coming through. And then I realised that God was saying, you were born in December. It's got to be a snowflake, to sort of symbolise who I am, part of who I am. The snowflakes also are unique. And I felt God was saying about my uniqueness. And there is a delicacy to that, but it's more about the delicacy about our relationship together. Finally, I'm writing what I feel God is saying to me about my heart and these verses and the image that we've created together. He's talking to me about how much he knows he loves me. I love him, how much my heart seeks him, and how he knows my heart for others as well. And I just found this whole session a real blessing and a real beautiful thing to meditate on who he is and how his heart loves my heart and how my heart loves his heart, and about how that affects everything. This whole piece was about our relationship and our intimacy, and about our love and how he sees me. I really hope you've enjoyed this session, and I hope that you'll come back and watch more videos. God bless.